What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Impel Forward podcast. We
Yes,
live. We got somebody special here today. Great businesswoman.
yes.
Go ahead and introduce her, Renee.
Um, I thought it was a good idea to close out Women's History Month with, a boss. And when I say a boss in the industry, I mean a boss in the industry. We have Miss Mavis here. Miss Mavis, mom, wife, serial business owner, mentor to all, the, queen of the pixie cut. That's what I was told, and that's what gravitated me to her. Queen of all things great and beautiful. We have Miss Mavis Peaks here.
Yeah. Great, thank you. Thank you for having me on. This is exciting. Yeah.
Well, I heard a lot about you in the streets over the years, so it's good to meet you. Yeah, I heard about you from different sources, different names. Mavis does hair, this and that. And when she finally, I don't know, she asked me, you heard of Mavis Peaks? I said, I heard of her. I don't know her like that, or I ain't never met her, but I heard of her. And she was excited getting her hair done by you.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit, and she went on and on about you. So it must be something about you.
Yes. I want to tell you how I found out about you. I was on some Durham group chat, and it's so crazy because I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, I did the short natural for a while. I want to try a pixie cut. And in my mind, I'm like, who can I go to for a pixie cut, closer to me in Durham, that really knows about hair care and the healthier hair. And somebody, I don't know, somebody must have read my brain or something, because in this group chat, somebody said, who does good pixie cuts in Durham, North Carolina? And when I tell you, everybody was like, Mavis. And I was like, and I clicked, I was like, wait, first I was a little intrigued because I don't think you were a part of the group chat, right? So I was like, hold on, let me peek. So I went to your little page and I looked, I was like, oh, okay. And I think you were doing a live. And I was like, hold on, let me watch her live real quick. And somebody was, you were doing her hair, but you were kind of doing a virtual consultation at the same time and asking about all of her health and everything about her. And I was like, wow. And I was like, okay, hold on, don't get too excited. So I was like, okay. Then I think like a week or so later, I started following you. And I was like, okay, she's doing another live. I peeked in again. I kind of peeked in, peeked out. And I was like, okay. And I was just like, I'm not gonna get too excited. Then you started just coming up again. It was like, then my Explorer page. I was like, wait a minute, who is this lady? And then all of a sudden you're popping up on my Facebook. Then even on IG, I was like, okay, that's it. Then you posted on there and I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. Let me go. When you posted virtual appointments now open, I was racing on the phone. Let me get in. But before we kind of get into one of your many business endeavors.
Wait. I saw you. What's the guy named the barber? Is it Morano? That's how you say his name?
Who?
Morano? The dude.
Yeah.
I saw you because I follow him too, and he was on my live one, on my feed one, and y'all was doing a live, and that's why I think that's why I initially saw you at and heard you talking. You was talking with him. Y'all was going back and forth.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And he told me too. And I was like, because Leon is my barber, right? So when we were talking, I was like, I'm thinking about getting a relaxer. I'm gonna get a pixie cut. He was like, for real? I said, yeah. I said, and then he was like, who gonna do it? I said, I think I'm gonna go to this lady. Her name is Mavis Peaks. He was like, oh, I heard about her. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. Right. And so he was like, yeah, I heard she real good. And then he knew somebody that knew you. And he, kind of reached out and he was like, yeah, she real good. She real good. So I was like, yeah, I'm telling you. And that was what, like three weeks ago, right? Told you that's how long I've been like really contemplating this jump. I was talking to him about it. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Thank you.
But we want to get into who Mavis Peaks is. Tell the world. I mean, we bragged about you. We told some of the things about you, but we want to know more about Mavis Peaks?
Mavis Peaks. Let me see what you can say about her. I'm a mom. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mentor. I love serving, seeing our community, trying to empower our community, especially our Black women, on a couple of platforms that I'm participating in. Um, and I'm a businesswoman. Um, try to be a beacon in my community. That's what I love, trying to, help our community as much as possible. And that's what I do.
Are you originally from Durham?
No, I'm not. I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut, but what they say, if you've been here over 10 years, guess what? You're a Durhamite.
Is that what it is?
You've been over 10 years.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years. Yeah.
It's a long time.
There you go.
I heard about you a long, long time ago.
Yes.
See? A mother of two, right?
A mother of two. Michael and Madison. Super excited. Those were my rocks because, my past that I went through, that if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be without them today. So my daughter, 21, huh?
I said, tell us more about that. What you mean your past, what you went through?
I lost a mother, brother, and a husband. Buried all three.
Really? Around the same time? Because I don't think we talked about this.
No, probably about a couple of years apart from each other. I lost my brother first. That was the rock of the family. Leroy Joyner, if you ever heard of him. Cosmo, whoever went to Durham High, whatever. He died in a car accident with my husband.
Really?
My husband survived and he passed. And then 2 years later, my mother passed. And then I think about 4 years later, my husband passed.
Wow. How was it? And how was it dealing with your husband being, your husband being in the same car with your brother and your brother not surviving that? How was it for you?
That was really hard because I thought my husband was driving. And I got to the hospital. I'm like, okay, I'm not thinking about you.
Right.
And actually, I passed the crash site going to the hospital.
Really?
Didn't know they was, lifting the truck up or what have you. Get to the hospital. My brother, I was in another room. He was in another room. And they had state troopers at the door. I was like, why is it still didn't know what took place? And they was like, well, then, he was in an automobile accident. They was trying to get, really the truth of how the accident took place or what have you. But once he came to and everything calmed down, state trooper did declare that the way the accident took place or whatever, they were just driving and came off the curve and he tried to correct it and it flipped.
Right.
My husband went through the sunroof. My husband and my brother went through the windshield. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Condolences for that.
So was your mother had an illness?
Yes. Yeah.
What about your husband? How did he die?
Motorcycle accident on his way home. This happened in 2017. Michael Peaks. Yes, he was on his way home. 10 minutes away from home. And that was like, why is the state trooper calling me? Why is the state trooper standing at my door and telling me my husband isn't coming home? So it didn't really hit me until like next day because, everybody's like in a state of shock. Like, you say he's at the morgue. Where is that at? No, you still in shock. Like, I'm not getting this. Until the next day, the funeral home called us, saying they was going to pick him up and we can, come there to see him. But again, it's like, how I'm going to tell my son and daughter that their father isn't coming home.
Yeah.
It's really devastating for my son.
Yeah, I know it had to be hard.
Oh, yeah. It was like, I was a wife. Now I become a single parent. I mean, I have to do everything now. Everyone is looking at me and what we're going to do next. But just the grace of God and just understanding the power that he has. It was amazing. I turned all of that anger into transforming who I am today.
Right.
Wow.
And I owe it to them, and I still owe it to them. So
yeah, she does. She talk about her son and her daughter. While we're talking about the kids, let's talk about the daughter, because she's graduating soon, right?
Yeah, she's graduating from A&T. She's going to work with Bloomberg in New York. Just so excited for her. She has done amazing things. She also has a product line. She's a very entrepreneur like her mom. She has a product line and a marketing company that she runs as well.
Good
so
for
I'm super excited.
What type of products does she sell?
Lashes and lip gloss.
Ooh, we'll have to get her link so we can put it on the we can tag it, her link.
Okay. I think I did. Did I show you her page?
I don't know, but I'll definitely get it and we'll add it.
Yeah, OHK collection and OK graphics. And then my son, the 13-year-old mama's boy trying to find himself. That type of kid.
And he tall. I thought he was her brother when I saw the pictures. I was like, I know that this is not your son.
That's my buddy.
He is a growing boy. Now, we talked about you being, a widow and all of the, adversity you've overcome and being a mom. And now, newlywed wife. Right? Let's talk about that. How did
hey, look, Renee always stealing my questions. I'm looking at that ring on your finger. I'm like, like she's married.
Is married. That's what it, and I told her, she is a beacon to us all. So, let's talk about this beautiful love story and how you met your husband. That is very nice, by the way. I got a chance to meet him too, as well. Very nice.
I'm still smiling because he put the what a man says, what a man wants, a man gonna do.
100%.
And he displayed that from the day I met him. I was widowed for 5 years, and I was at a party. It was actually my sister's husband as his uncle. I mean, I seen him, a couple of times or what have you. I didn't think anything of it. So he just kept after me, and I'm like, what do I want with this old man? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, my boo is older. Yeah, he's 70, but he's super gorgeous. Yes, he is. Can't even tell. Let me show you a picture. You see that?
Very nice. Very beautiful couple.
Yeah. So but he just kept, he's from St. Louis, and we talked briefly before he flew back, and I was saying like, what do you want with me? You stay in St. Louis. He was talking about the plane. Doesn't the plane fly? I'm like, sure. I said, okay then.
When I tell you he matched her mouth, it don't make no sense.
Before we go any further, I'm one of the ones who don't believe in that. You can't ask a woman how old she is. So I'm gonna ask you. You can either say tell me or not tell me. How old are you?
How old do I look?
Sometimes I like to judge people off me, so I'm 48. So I'm gonna give you about I'm gonna say 50.
There you
go.
Might
be my age, but I'm just gonna give you.
There you go.
My sis look good.
How old are you?
Okay.
51. 51. See?
Look good.
I'm always pretty good.
Girl, you don't look a day. You don't look a day over 44. Stop playing.
Well, he ain't that much older than you then.
20 years older.
Yeah.
But I love an older man now. He just put these gray foxes out here, honey.
Yeah.
He's amazing. But he kept coming for 7 months straight and what have you. And him and my sister were talking. He was like, she gonna be my wife. And I was like, I'm not getting married. I don't even like you like that. So it was like after 3 months, he was like, you know how men think they're gonna get something like the 90-day rule, honey. I was like, no, this American Express, honey. American Express, the black card have its privileges.
Right.
No, if you want this, you're gonna have to chase this. So he flew in every month and what have you, or when he was out the country or traveling somewhere, he would say, come pick up your ticket. And I was out. We was out.
Mhm.
Like in those 7 months, it was, when was it? After my birthday, we went to Usher. We was in Vegas and what have you. He didn't ask me in Vegas because he was kind of like hinting around, like, you want to get married? I'm like, no, don't want to get married. He had the ring.
Mhm.
He asked like 2 weeks later when he flew back in. And I was like, okay, sure. 7 months. Okay.
How long had you been a widow
Five
before?
and a half, 5 years, 5.5 years.
Yes.
Because
Mm,
I was staying true to the game. I'm like, dudes out here, no, I'm good.
right.
I was living my best life.
Mm.
Mhm.
hmm
Got locked down by 70. Well,
In
he wasn't 70.
7 months,
He wasn't 70 at the time, but
huh?
he's 70 now, right?
He's 70. Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't 70 at the time, but
No, he was 68. 68.
right.
hmm
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
All in 7 months. Then we got engaged. He proposed. We did our little anniversary thing in 2 months, and then in 2 months, 3 months later, we was married.
Mm.
Quick, amazing. When a man know what he want when he see it.
I'm still kind of speechless myself because everything I wanted in a man, that my expectation, what I want in a man, that was him.
So
And
what
what
did
you
your
have
son
to
and
do, huh?
what did your son and daughter think of it? The age.
Well,
I know
huh?
it's ultimately is you and your relationship, but
What you said the
what
age?
did they think about the
Um,
age?
well, the key was that I'm glad you found someone because I was addicted to their lives. I wanted to
Mhm.
impart in their lives, in my daughter's life, and my daughter was like, "No, you can't do that. Can
Mhm.
we hang out? No, we can't do that. You need a man." And I was like in her butt. I'm like, "What you doing?" I'm calling her like, what have you.
Right.
Mhm.
So she wanted me to find someone that's going to kind of take, kind of move that
Mhm.
time or shift that time to someone else instead of always bugging her.
Right. That's
Yeah.
understandable.
That's amazing. What you said during the 7 months, what did he show you differently than, some of the other guys, I'm sure, that were, trying to talk to you and, get with you? What did he do different?
I think for him that kind of made me kind of like, okay, let me try this out was that I had standards
Mm-hmm.
and I put them on the table. This is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. This is who I'm going to be in the relationship, and in the relationship. I still had my own identity, and I think what women do today, they lose their identity, thinking that okay, this is the man for me. When he would leave and what have you, or Friday or Saturday night come, he would say like, "What you doing? Going out on a date?" He was like, "You're dating. It's called dating. There's nothing wrong with going to get a free meal."
Mm-hmm.
And it used to kind of like irk him when he was like a free meal. I said, "When you take me out, what are you doing? Paying for my meal? What is it? There's nothing wrong with a free meal and conversation."
Hmm.
But the key is where the conversation begins and ends. I can go out with you on a date and keep it strictly platonic and keep it moving. I
Yeah.
was in control of that, and I think that's what the feistiness in me. I said, because you're going to chase this, because we know in the game, once you give up the cookies, the chase is over. No, you're going to have to chase this. You're going to have to know this,
Mm-hmm.
the mental,
Ain't
because
coming.
I have a lot here to offer.
Mhm.
I know that's right.
And
Period.
it's very intriguing, and you need to sit down because I'm like a book. You need to read the book, honey.
Mhm.
Mhm,
Straight shooter over here.
mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Let's talk about this hair. How long you been doing hair?
Over 20 years.
hold
Over
on,
20 years.
hold on. Before we get to the hair, there's
Mhm.
another unique part about this marriage.
What?
Okay.
What's the other unique part, Mavis, about the marriage and how well you guys get along right now?
About
What?
He lives where?
He's in St. Louis. The best marriage ever. He comes home 10 days a month.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
And what keeps it so unique and so exciting, we're looking forward to seeing each other, and we're creating and strategizing how we're going to spend the 10 days when he's here.
right.
Yeah.
But also, I think what makes it unique, and I was talking to her about it, is that a lot of for the most part, she keeps her same routine, right? That, you know, sometimes, and we do as women, we get lost in the relationship or the marriage, and we tend to not take care of ourselves, or we forget our routine, or we no longer want to do it. One thing that I think that makes it very unique with her is that not only does she keep her same routine, but also he's built this routine around her when he's, you know, here in North Carolina with his wife. So they both have separate routines, but he also, you know, supports hers in her endeavors as well, which I think is really great. So he's very involved in the business aspect, but also he allows her to be the boss that she is in her business.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It will
We,
work.
we add to each other.
Yes. Yes.
Whatever works for the couple. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
say.
I think the long distances might be the long distance relationship and marriages might be the new thing. It might be the new thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
next month is a year. So we May is a year, and we've been doing this for a year, and it's exciting. I go there, either he comes here.
Listen, I'm not opposed to it at all.
Mhm.
At
But I
all.
want him here. I want him here. I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna give you about 90 days. You got to come home. Yeah.
Well, now you
I
ain't
mean,
getting married
we
anytime
continue to
soon.
be a virtual dad and a virtual. We can't continue to do this. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
come home.
Mm-hmm. And he's so nice. He's so down for it. When I talk to him, he's like, whatever Mavis wants.
Whatever I want.
Whatever Mavis wants. So nice. All right, you can go ahead and ask your question.
No, I just wanted to ask her how long she been doing hair. She said 20 years. What made you start get into the hair business?
It started when I was a child. 14 years old. Doing hair, and I was obsessed looking at MTV. Remember the MTV Awards used to come on? I would always dream how I can be that, do that, and enjoy it. The creativity of hair. That's what I was always fascinated about. It was always a challenge to me.
Mm-hmm. Do you
And
own? I think I seen you. Do you own sweets?
I do. I have two salons, and each I built them out as salon suites. Yes, because I
Oh,
think you have to look at how the industry is changing.
oh yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
long years. It was before the salon suites hit. I had a guy talking to me about salon suites.
Hmm.
I don't think it was any in Durham when he talked to me about it.
No. Hmm.
But I didn't know what he was talking about. And I didn't pursue it. I ain't look at nothing. I ain't do nothing. But
Hmm.
get on, start seeing salon suites.
Hmm.
Salon suites.
Because
Well,
people want their own privacy.
right.
It's like booth rental, but it's a new name, the salon suite per se. You're still renting a room, same thing,
Right.
leasing, renting, but the salon suite sounds cute.
So how has it been for you?
Um, Fine. Great. Because like I said, excuse me, the couple of suites that I do have rented out,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the young ladies. They go in their room. I do my thing, they do their thing, and makes everything just lovely.
Mm-hmm. How was the process of getting that started? Was it hard? How did you get funding?
I did a lot of research. I flew to Atlanta to meet a young lady that has over 100 salon suites.
Mm.
She's a mogul
Yeah, so she getting
in
that.
Atlanta. Snoop out of Atlanta.
I was about to say, wait, are you talking about Snoop? I
Yes,
had a feeling
Snoop.
that's what you talking about.
Hmm. I
Okay.
took her class. We was going to collaborate as far as trying to bring a rimming salon suite here. But again, if you take the blueprint or what have you and put it into play, I mean, you'll get the similar results, but hers is on a whole new level. How she does her blueprint.
Yeah, I saw her talk about it a couple times.
Hmm. But
Yeah.
again, it's just getting a building and understanding the square footage that's in the salon suites. You can get between 70 to 125 square feet of space, and then you can either be a bare room or supply the room with a chair and a bowl or what have you. In my
Yeah.
salon suites, I do the whole setup of the room, and all they have to do is come in and design it.
So how many do you have in each suite? As for you say you have two suites, right?
Yes, I have two buildings.
Okay.
And I think one is about 6, and I do have 4 stations on the floor. I'm claustrophobic, so I can't be in a room.
I
So
was
I
going to ask you, like, your setup is a little bit different, but
yeah.
that makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm claustrophobic. It's just too small. But I'm on the floor, but I have 5 suites now. I have 4 active suites in one space, and then 3 in another my other space. My other space is beside Shrimp Shack.
Yeah. Speaking of that, so you don't. We gonna get to that. You don't. Do you feel like you got years left in doing hair? Yeah.
Of
Are you
course,
safe?
of course.
Okay.
But the key is
But-
that I've been doing hair 20 years.
Mhm.
You know, your back starts to mess with you, your thumbs, your hands start to kind of mess with you. But the key is that is thinking of a exit plan. It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that you totally stepping away from the chair. That means what other revenue that I have working for me in case that I either had to step away or illness, what have you, that my standard of living will still go on.
Right. So segue into, I'm gonna let Renee talk about this since she's been there, ate and did all that. You just mentioned it, the scrimp shack. It's scrimp,
Mhm.
y'all. Ain't shrimp, it's scrimp shack.
Oh yeah. I was able to, experience Mavis doing my hair. One thing I do and I appreciate about her is her, of course, you have to do a virtual consultation with her first before she'll even touch new clients, right?
Mhm.
But she was very accepting, and I love that because I told her, I was like, listen, I don't need for you to tell me all these things and natural hair and curly and relaxed hair. If I'm hiring you, I'm hiring you to do my hair. Like, I
Mhm.
don't, no, not me, you. And she was like, okay. And I said, every 2 weeks. Oh, she was like, yeah, okay. And so that's one thing I appreciate about her is, I think her niche is really teaching. She's a great teacher. If you watch her lives, she really discuss, healthy hair and what you put in your body. And
Mhm.
I think a lot of stylists should do that. And I think that's your niche. I think that's your
Mhm.
calling is being a teacher. I think it separates you from a lot of these other stylists who just go directly to, relaxing hair or charging
Mhm.
$500 for a consultation.
Mhm.
Where did you see that it was needed, especially within the Black women community, to kind of to discuss, that our hair and the needs and what we put in our body?
When you take on this industry or take on this profession, guess what? We are considered doctors,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where when you go to the doctor and he'll give you a word, uka nuka nuka whatever, and you look at your bill, your hospital bill, he'll charge you $500. But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? By using the proper terminology, by using and understanding what's going on with us, because I'm paying you to tell me what's going on with me. So
Yeah.
I always put myself on that pedestal to constantly research, understand the hair challenges in the Black community. What,
Mm-hmm.
what is it that you're coming to me and I can't tell you what's going on with your hair? You're feeling adequate. You
Yeah.
understand to it, I'll charge you $200 or $300 and you still back to square one. If I'm not happy, I would not accept your money if I can't be a service to you. That's just my motto. And I stand by what I tell you. So that goes into researching and understanding. I always been a researcher. I love this industry. I want to understand what's going on in the internal body, what we do and everything. Just like when we have a lot of illnesses in our community, guess what? It's lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to do. I want to seek the knowledge and pay it forward. Because guess what? With women, hair is our glory. And if you can't tell me what's going on with my hair, guess what? I'm no use to you. So,
Trust me, with men, hair is a glory too.
mhm. Of course, the industry has really changed as far as careers. You have barbers that are now number one in the industry. You
Mm-hmm.
have estheticians. You have the eyebrows, the makeup, everything is changing. We're like number 5 and 6 on the total pole.
Hmm.
Really?
But barbering is the way to go. When I went to the thing, I was like, A haircut costs $40 now. I was like, remember it used to cost $10 to $15.
Yeah, say it again, Mavis, for this one. Say it
Yeah,
again.
$10 to $15. It's $40 for a haircut now.
Yeah.
No,
When
it's
I
not that.
often tell people we the only ones that can give ourselves a raise.
That's right.
Yeah.
You get a raise on your job. Why can't I get a raise?
Yeah. Some of them don't understand that.
Yeah. You
And we
paying
talk,
for the long-term care. You paying for the disability. You paying for all of that. Come on now.
mhm.
You know.
I always tease him about his price when he used to cut my hair. He's like, the price is the price. My price is the price, you know? And I'm like, hey, listen,
Guess what? You won't go anywhere else, would you?
I am a very teller, Leon, I'm a very dedicated woman to my stylist. Now, I may be a little late and my, you know, my timing might be a little off, but I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna pay your price and your fee. You know, yesterday's price is not today's price, and I get it, you know.
I have plenty of people come back to me after they've been somewhere else and they want to talk about their bad experience. I don't be wanting to hear. I'm like, well, you should have stayed here.
That's right.
I really don't even give them no conversation. I just cut the hair. Okay. Now you see.
What's one of the things that you feel or that you've seen doing, you know, Black women's hair, things that we lack and we should really pay close attention to when it comes to the needs of our hair?
You remember, you know, back in the day when our parents, consistency. There's a lack of consistency when it comes to building a relationship between you and I.
Right.
Because, of course, what the consumer does, they add us to their monthly bills. You know, we become one of their bills. And a lot of times when it comes down to it, do I have to choose this light bill over get my hair done? Guess what? I'm going to choose that light bill. But inconsistency, also lack of communication on our part as far as educating a consumer. What things can they do when you're in my absence? Please call me. Do not go to a discount store, buy something for your hair, because guess what? You're looking at your hair as an invaluable piece. And then when you do come back to me, guess what? Don't be mad because of the charge that I'm going to charge you. Because simple fact, if you only ask me and we built the rapport, you can come get these tools in my salon versus going somewhere, paying XYZ, and then you come back and you have created this huge mess that I have to repair. And I think COVID really taught a lot of stylists about that. Now the consumer can't get to us, so what do? We lack that part of retailing.
Yeah.
We don't even start discussing retailing or products that we have in the store. We just allow them to get up from the chair and go to beauty discount store and buy 10,000 products underneath their sink instead of teaching a consumer, yes, if I use this product on your hair, I'm going to retail this to you. That's what I want you to do. So I can kind of gauge if something is off, then okay, now we have to look at your diet, because the simple fact, I gave you a brand name product and I know it works, but something else you're not getting. Either you didn't tell me about the change of your diet, change in medication, you're going through a breakup, going through some stress or something that just shift you to the point that something is just imbalanced in the body.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate on health, so yeah, I understand that.
Now let's get into Miss Mavis and the Scrimp Shack. Tell us about, how did this relationship form?
How did it form? How did Scrimp Shack come about? Because, you know, Scrimp Shack been there before I launched a new location where we are. And I used to go there every day. You wanted some fish, whatever, you go next door, you get some fish, and anything of it. Until the brand started, you know, going down and what have you. And then the new franchisee, the owners brought it back from the last person, what have you. So they came in, and during that time, they regutted the whole store, what have you. And I got an opportunity to meet one of the CEOs of Scrimp Shack. His name was Mr. Chaz Crenshaw. And he was a Black guy and just amazing guy in itself. And what he does to the community, what he does for his community. He's from Virginia. We have over 30 stores in the franchise and what have you.
Wow.
So I would come over there time to time or what have you. Then I would call them back. I was like, Mr. Chaz, they're not doing this. They're not doing this. They didn't speak when they come in the door. My presentation of the food was yucky. I'm not coming over there. So we would talk from time to time or whatever. He's about, what you think about franchising a Scrimp Shack? I was like, I do hair. What I look like, what a Scrimp Shack, whatever. What I'm going to do? Well, you never know until you get in it. So just talking throughout the 6 months and what have you, I said, okay, I need another stream. I need something else to do. I need something that's going to challenge this mentally and what have you. My husband, we talked about it and what have you. He's on a corporate piece. I'm the driving piece. He's on a corporate piece. I was like, okay, I'm not waiting for you. But I did bring it to his attention before I really step foot into this new adventure of Scrimp Shack. He was very supportive. But I had to, because I'm a go-getter, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it behind your back. But when he find out, he's gonna be really mad at me that I made this decision without him. But but I kept talking to him. I was like, babe, this is one of the things that we can add. This is another stream of revenue. You can be on a corporate piece because that's what you do. You can bring a lot to that the organization is missing. And he spoke to Mr. Chaz and what have you. We sat down and we kind of sealed the deal. So I didn't know in the beginning it was a lot of work involved. First and foremost, transforming the people that's already in there.
So you kept the same people that was already working in
there? Yeah, they're amazing. Yes, the key is that, as my husband said, I went in, I shrunk, I got rid of all of the bad seeds, and then we're in a rebuilding process. So I think we are leveled water now. Like she said, when she went in, the presentation of the food has changed. The attire has changed, and how they interact with the consumer has changed. Mm-hmm. So the key is that I think with any business, like my business as well as the Shrimp Shack or any business, the key is that just imparting structure. Because I want structure. I want consistency. I want every time if I purchase something, the presentation must wow me. And if the presentation doesn't wow me, I'm not coming back. Or even when you come into in anyone's restaurant, you greet the person. Mm-hmm. Chick-fil-A greets you with my pleasure. And what you're going to do, you're going to buy chicken every time. You're going to come back and buy chicken every time. The presentation was on point. They spoke to me, and I wasn't in line over 20 minutes. I said, okay, I need to know more about that. So getting into it, I spent a lot of time with the team. We just had some corporate people come in last week, and they were amazed that, this Black lady, tell me the secret with this Black lady. And one of the guys asked me, so who is your business partner and who is your coach? I said, my husband.
Mm-hmm. Period.
He is my business coach and he is my mentor. He's an, extraordinary. He's very, very smart. He's a Kappa person. Very smart.
He has a history in
he's in the financial banking industry.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's in banking. What does he do? She know about it, and
because I talked to him for about 20 minutes.
He got more zeros than I do. That's all.
Right.
He's in compliance, regulatory, consulting. He's been in management operations within the financial industry for a very long time. So he knows numbers, he knows deals, he knows rules, regulations, federal guidelines, regulatory. He knows all those things. And how do I know? Because I talked to him.
Yeah, and that's some kind of in your lines, right?
It is. We have.
They.
Oh yeah, she gonna talk that talk.
Try to get him here. She gonna try to get him here.
Mm-hmm. We have well, of course he's much more mature, but we have a similar background. Absolutely. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how was the training for that restaurant? Did you have to go through some type of training?
I was more hands-on per se. And common sense. I did a lot of common sense strategies. I did research it on YouTube, and I was constantly reading to understand this thing. And I was like, this is a whole lot of work. I probably need to just open up another salon. But again, God said, I'm going to put you on pedestals that you're not even prepared for.
Right.
I'm going to I'm going to present you at a door that you haven't even knocked on yet. I already knocked on it for you, and the door's already open.
Yeah.
24. I said, I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Yes, that's what I always encourage people to, even like you did. You went into something not really knowing how to do it, but
Mm-hmm.
you had the faith to step out and do it,
Mm-hmm.
and you
And
knew it was gonna be
something
hard.
outside of her comfort zone,
Right,
right? So hair, scrimp shack. You
right.
know, talk to people, you
Yeah,
like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And it's like you took the action to, you wanted to do something better, or bigger.
Mm-hmm.
You go learn along the way.
And this is bigger. This is a totally different platform for me.
Right.
But I'm excited. I work at every day. I go see the team. What I do, I put a client under. I go down for 50 minutes and I go back up. They don't even know when I'm coming. So
Right.
that's the great thing
Also,
about I'm not too far from them.
I was about to ask you, were you in the same complex?
No,
As the,
I said I work at my other salon.
yeah. No, so you have to leave. You have to drive there, or you can walk down. Or
Yeah,
okay.
it's about half a block away or so away.
Oh, okay.
You know where Holt School Road is?
Not offhand, but I'm pretty sure I
Off of
do.
Duke Street. Well, it's
Okay.
a couple of blocks away. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But you have
Yeah.
salon suites near it, right?
Right beside it.
Mhm.
Shrimp Into Hair is beside Scrimp Shack, and Indigo Hair Gallery is right up the street.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right up the street.
So has the restaurant held up to your expectations?
Um, Great, and we still have a lot of work to do because this store used to generate over 150,000 a month.
Mm.
A month.
Mhm.
And when I was there at my other salon, people would be standing out the door to get some fish.
Mm-hmm.
So the brand, I believe in a brand because I told the corporate people, if I touch it, that means what? I'm going to put 110% in it.
Right.
If I didn't believe in a brand, if I didn't know that I can contribute 110%, I wouldn't touch it.
Do you foresee yourself opening up another franchise, another scrimp shack somewhere else? Maybe.
That's what they said. We are working on in the next year and a half, open up the model store how we want it. We have it on paper. Corporate is talking about how they want the new model to look like. So with my input, my husband's input, the next model is going to be bigger. I think some stores have alcohol. You can have a bar.
Okay.
A lot of things that we're going to try to impart and not launching the next store in the next year and a half.
Did you hear that? You said a bar.
Are you trying to listen?
He said I can have it now, but it's a lot of logistics around that. You have to have someone 24 hours on duty and all of that stuff. So
would you
our
plan
store
on?
is smaller.
Would you plan on opening in North Carolina?
We don't know.
You don't know yet.
Mhm.
I heard it
I'm
was
just
one in
gonna have
Fayetteville.
fun with this one. I'm just gonna have fun with this one. I love the people.
Right.
Like I said, I think I still have the manager there. And I think some of his challenges were on the platforms. He didn't really do social media. I'm a social media person. So a lot of people have come in, even before when I used to do live, walk next door and get the big sandwich and come back and do live. A lot of people said, well, Mavis sent me here. So that was a good thing because now you have to understand where your traffic is coming from. You want to know that, the geographics of your people. So I said, make sure you tell them Mavis sent you. So it was one day when we had an opening, we had over 50 people, just me alone saying, okay, come to Shrimp Shack. So now the team is great as far as using their social media and their marketing tools or what have you. I just repost it and we just keep it moving.
I got to take me a visit over there.
Oh yeah, the food is amazing. The food is.
I give you a discount anytime when you go. Just say Mavis sent me. They know what to do.
Okay.
Look, he excited. I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't make it tomorrow.
We do have a shack pack where it's like a simple platter. It's you can get your fish of choice. You can get grilled shrimp or fried shrimp. You can get some hush puppy fries and a drink for $12.91.
That's good. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I could bring your team something. You just call me and I'll put the order and I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
We do that. I'll do a special chip for you.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Mhm.
No, I wouldn't want you to do that. I'll come there and get it. I bring them over there.
Okay, great. Please do. Like I
Or
said,
send them over there.
we got you.
Yeah. I told her I was gonna bring my friends, a lot of my friends who do social media, and will,
I can't wait. I can't
pictures
wait.
and all of that for her and post them. You know, my friends, we
No,
stay in
like
touch.
I said,
Hmm.
amazing. You know, God has put me in the path of such amazing people like you guys. I've seen you before. Doesn't Janelle work with you?
Yeah, she do. Yeah.
Yeah. You never seen me?
You been in there before?
Yes.
I think, but that I think I have. I'm not sure, but I believe I have. Yeah.
Yes. Because you saying like, who is that girl right there?
That sounds like you.
Yeah, I am nosy. I am nosy.
He's like, who was that? Jen was like, that's Mavis. Like, oh, that's Mavis. So
Okay,
Mhm.
well, I guess I did meet you before then.
yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
Yeah.
trying to steal Janelle from you, but she wasn't leaving.
Exactly. I remember. Yeah. Yeah. I remember.
Girl,
Okay.
you stay
Yeah.
where you at, honey. If you've been here 100 years, girl, stay where you at.
I remember. Okay.
Mhm.
It's hard to come across dedicated people. So stay
It
where
is.
you
Yeah, Janelle,
Mhm.
she's real good. Yeah.
at. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you now. Okay. I know
Would
you.
you think about having any barbers in your shop, or do you have any barbers? I don't even think I asked you that.
Who, me?
In one of your suites, a barber.
It's kind of hard because barbers need to be with barbers. You know, I had one coming, but I knew it was going to kind of be difficult for him because the simple fact he's in a salon with lots of women. You know, he
Mhm.
needs to be in his world of barbering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you have a lot of clientele where he,
Mm-hmm.
manage, but yeah.
Yeah. But again, you know, he didn't believe in his faith. You know, we was next door to Scrimp Shack and he would have monopolized on it, but you got to step out.
Yeah.
But I told him I understand. You can go back. It's fine. He came and I got everything set up and then he was like, Mavis, I have to go back.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of pissed at him, but I understood. I understood.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
No, he wasn't ready to step out.
Mhm.
But again, you know, with Shrimp Shack, this is a really new step for me in a new arena. Because one of the corporate guys they asked me that. All it is, what I have done, just my practices over the years in business, what have you, and I just took them and placed them there. You know, with structures, understanding people, how to build a team, looking at the team players that there was already there, and they just needed some guidance. Once you sit down with them, and I told them I have value in all of you guys, and when I had to do the research of people making the minimum wage in North Carolina is $7. I'm
Mm.
like,
You get what you pay for.
that was really heartbreaking. I had to go
Mhm.
pay the lottery. God said go pay the lottery, but no, it was really heartbreaking. And I said I want to build value in you guys because a lot of times we get on jobs and people just want a body. I don't want a body. If you can't contribute 100% of yourself the way I could pour back into you guys, I don't need you.
Mhm.
And the key is that you want to raise. This store needs to make money. So if we make money, guess what? I'm gonna give you the profits. I don't care. Because guess what? You guys are doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pour back into you guys because it's heartbreaking. I want to pay you $50 an hour, whatever, but you know, the minimum wage and what the other stores aren't, it's just heartbreaking. But
Yeah.
So do you have to start them out at the minimum wage?
no, what I had to do is come with a medium, like
Okay.
say for instance, Wendy's start you out with $12.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start you out with 14 or 15, but if my projections don't meet it yet, I can't do it. But eventually we're gonna work there. But I want to start you out at what have you, at least 13 or 14. I'm gonna try to get you there.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be kind of on the same kind of wavelength as your other surrounding fast food chains around there. But again, I offer something different too.
Yeah.
I respect you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Say it again. You offer what?
Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
People.
I don't cross the boundaries with you, and you don't cross the boundaries with me. I told all of them, I'm friendly, and I'm not your friend.
Right. Yeah.
And that's my motto. If we can keep that, we good because simple fact, the one time when you lack, someone's going to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
In which we do, and it's fine. But
Mhm.
I keep it, what have you. Don't get comfortable with me, because I would never get comfortable with you. Because at the end of the day, when I feel like that you're not pulling your weight, guess what? That door always says what? We're hiring.
Yeah. So how many workers do you have?
It's 12 of them.
Well, so
Mhm.
do you have? They've been with you since you started.
Yeah.
They
They was there before, and
Oh,
again, and I had a meeting with everyone, and then I had an individual meeting.
yeah, because
I,
a lot of companies
mhm,
now are having a hard time keeping people, and people
mhm.
leaving, hiring, and so that's a good thing.
They did have a high turnover in the beginning, but
Hmm.
again, you have to get to know the people,
Hmm.
that want to be there and want to be a part of this amazing brand, Script Chat. It is an amazing brand, and like I said, if we can reach those numbers, guess what? I don't mind giving you the profit, because you guys did the work. You
Yeah.
guys are amazing, and I tell them that every day. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming in, because this is not an easy job. Standing back there 6-7 hours and moving that screen and making sure the presentation is good, making sure the presentation is food is delivered, making sure when everything, because I look at presentation, no, send that back. That we're not serving that. We don't do
Hmm.
that. Okay, I'm sorry, Mavis. I'm sorry. Okay, I understand you're busy. If I have to come back there, you show me how to do it, but this would not go out. Because we're better than that. They're like, okay, okay. So the key is that just pouring something into them and making them believe, because one day, guess what? One of you guys can manage this store. I have a store. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. It doesn't. Anybody can be a millionaire today. It doesn't matter. It's all in here changing your mindset and how you view you first. That's the key. That's what I ask them. How do you view you?
Hmm. What's the average age of your employees?
Um, from 20 to 55.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
what makes it unique as a manager, and how I manage is, you get their buy-in, right? You tell them your expectation of them, and then but you get their buy-in. So what she said was, you're here working. If you make money, I don't care about the profit, because I see the future of where this can go if you work for me. She got their buy-in. They're like, wow, okay. Well, it's not like she's money hungry. So she's saying, you work, I'm gonna pay myself first, and then y'all get the scratch. She's saying, you do the work and you'll see it and it'll come.
Mhm.
And so that's how she got their buy-in, and that's where the longevity is gonna stay, because you don't
Mhm.
see that with all of the other commercialized um, fast food chains. Your McDonald's, even your Chick-fil-A. They offer other things. That they get their employees buy-in. And but you don't see that with other chains. And
Mhm.
so that's where I think you're gonna excel in your craft, is how you manage your employees, and hopefully you won't continuously have that turnover that they had previously.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping they see the value in your truth.
Yeah,
I love
of
that.
course. I represent it, and I wouldn't tell them anything that I wouldn't do. Like I said, I wouldn't do anything I wouldn't ask of you to do. If I
Hmm.
ask you to clean the bathroom, guess what? I'll go clean the bathroom. But I'm not cleaning the bathroom, but again, I would do it. You
Hmm.
know, I'm here with you guys. So, and they see that from day one, since I have the little changes that we put in place. They feel really excited about it. So, like I said, changing the culture of wearing. They used to wear hoodies and with strip shack on it in the front. No, that's not cute. Women, we're not wearing hoodies.
Hmm.
If it's cold, put on a coat. But we're not wearing hoodies. You're not standing in a hoodie behind this register. Not happening. So I had corporate to order them all new suits, all new
Oh,
shirts.
you froze.
Just
She's froze.
that. So
She
we
got
got
put in the freezer.
put in the freezer. That's amazing.
Yeah, hope she'll come back and get on. But yeah,
Hmm.
that is amazing. I wanted to ask her, was it how many black owned scrimp shacks there are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next question. Hope she comes back.
You gonna franchise a scrim shack?
No, something I won't do.
Not the
'Cause,
restaurant business. I
I know.
mean, it's still hospitality, no matter what.
Yeah,
You
it
know.
is. But they say
Mhm.
that restaurant business is one of the hardest ones. That's what I was gonna ask her about that too. How you know how hard it is to
Mhm.
do. As far as some people say, it's a rough thing on the restaurant.
Yeah. Do you think it's different from like a restaurant starting a restaurant from the ground up,
Yeah,
and then there she is, and then coming back? I guess we can ask her.
she's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? Well, I was gonna ask you how a lot of people say it's hard running a restaurant. I know you said it was hard in the beginning and started. What do you have anybody told you the most challenging parts of keeping a restaurant open?
Mm, um, it's just like any business. Say for instance, it was hard for me in the beginning running a salon.
Right.
People coming and going, what have you. So um, if I had to say, just treating people
Hmm.
with dignity and respect, and um, try to find solutions
Hmm.
um, to problems. And I told them, I said, like, every problem, I'm not a psychologist for one. I'm not here to be a psychologist, but tell me the problem, and then I'm gonna put it back in your lap. What would you do if you were in my shoes? What would be the solution to this problem? Because then they'll think about it, be like, oh, the problem isn't as big as I thought it was. Sometimes you don't let them create the problem and make it this big without finding a bleed and capping that bleed before it gets any further. But I think in the restaurant industry, just staying true, just being consistent to yourself and to the brand and to the people that work for you. I could say anything you do starting outside what I've been used to doing for 20 years is a challenge. I love a challenge. Um, and I think for my husband, as he says, any business would run with principles,
Mhm.
principles and procedures. If those are adequately ran, guess what? You can be anywhere in the world and still running your business because simple fact you already have the systems that are already set in place.
Right.
So and I think that's what we're lacking in business today is systems, understanding systems. They are a crucial part to your business.
Right.
And I had to go back and do a lot of reading and research and sending stuff to my husband. I said, hey, give me some systems that gonna work. I mean, this is what you do. I need you here. You need to be here. So I think one thing about Clayton and I that we do a lot of talking in the decisions that would affect us. That was hard for me in the beginning, allowing someone to lead and be and have an input and follow them. But I had, that came with a lot of trust because, me, it was kind of hard trust in the beginning, but with him being, patient and understanding and just listen to him and see his work ethic and, how what he does when he's in his corporate events and all of this stuff. I said, okay, peace. If they trust in him with all of the stuff he's responsible for, I can trust him on this.
Oh yeah.
Is your son ready to be the manager at the scrim shack? He already telling folks what they should be doing.
No, my son is totally different. He's a gamer.
Oh.
Many kids today they want to be gamers.
Mhm.
He don't want
You
any
can,
responsibility but a phone.
you can get paid in that too if we do it the right way.
Exactly. I'm sure
Yeah. Hmm.
she gonna help him create a game and start selling it.
No,
Mhm.
He's already doing it. Clayton is teaching him the financial literacy piece.
Hmm. That's
See?
Because
good.
I think that's what's needed in our community.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Financial literacy.
Mhm. Definitely.
Hmm.
Don't get me started on my rant.
We already talked about
I
that.
be trying to get these people to invest.
What? Oh
I be trying
yeah.
to, I be trying to get people to invest. That's
Oh
all.
yeah, you
Mhm.
should. I mean, and he's great at that. And of course, me, I do that as well because we don't think 20 years from now, hey, it's 20 years and what do we have invested? You find our stylists today, 60 and 70, still standing behind the chair.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't never think that we would still be standing here. I'm 70 and still have to stand behind this chair.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, we talked about that, how the retirement age, the needle keeps moving.
It's 67. It's
Mhm.
I think it
67
even went up.
now.
Did it go up even more? I thought it went up.
Uh-huh. I looked at it last night, 67.
Yeah,
It's
67.
crazy.
My mama called me about that last week.
Did
Well,
she?
you
Yeah,
better have enough investing for him, for her then, to take
yeah,
care of her.
yeah.
Because
I'm
this
trying to.
Social Security is not going to be around when we reach that retirement age.
Yeah.
Yep. See, enjoy life
Hmm.
while you
You,
can.
you can make money using this and still enjoy life. It's all in, because with me, I knew I wanted to live a certain lifestyle. Well, guess what? How I'm going to live that certain lifestyle, I have to use this
Yep.
Mhm.
in order to work for me.
Right.
Balance.
Mm. There you go. It's really hard. It's really hard. Still trying to balance and manage everything. I just want to tell my husband, you need to come home because I'm tired of you being a virtual husband and a virtual father.
Yeah.
I'm still, because I'm out of the home, and then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
when my husband get home from school, or if I'm at the restaurant, I will have to Uber him and my sister over to
You
his
mean son?
boxing. Still trying to keep him active boxing, and then he comes to the restaurant, and then we go home. So I do this 5 days a week, paying for Uber to still get to his extracurricular activities.
Mm,
I
mm,
mean, wow.
Mhm.
Until he's able to drive, of course.
Yeah.
A couple more
Hmm.
years.
Hmm.
To be.
Also, coming up, I'm teaching a master class. What is it? Um, bags business and what is it, bags bucks and business, and how to utilize your business credit to get the things that you need with grants. I have a co-partner. She writes grants and she's going to teach that piece of grants or what have you, and I teach structuring your business to make sure that you can get funding, because a lot of times we're still using our money or using our personal
Mhm.
assets to fund our business.
mhm,
Once I have the strategy, you don't need to do that. First and foremost, your credit have to be good. A lot of people need to understand credit.
mhm,
Because even with still some credit cards, they still ask for the personal guarantee. But there are credit cards and business cards that you can use without using touching any of your personal. So we teaching a master class on that
Oh,
coming up
wow.
soon.
Okay.
Yep.
date
See?
already?
Huh?
You have a date already?
We still writing the ebook.
Okay.
Hmm.
We're still writing the ebook on that. It's coming soon. I may just like still have the ebook in the making, but we can have a virtual class or what have you. Like I said, just giving back for simple fact, I have gotten several grants. I
Mhm.
I even wrote a grant using AI, and I got 20,000.
Really?
Mhm.
Leon,
You,
you better hop on. There you
I
go.
need to talk to you.
I had a meeting with someone yesterday.
Mhm.
I'm gonna set up a calendar where I can talk to you for an hour. You kind of
Mm,
brainstorm where you are and what you're trying to do.
right.
How much money you're gonna need
Mhm.
to get there.
Hmm.
And I had a grant. That's how I opened my second location with grants. I didn't have to use my SBA
Yeah.
money. I
Right.
used the grant money that my girlfriend wrote the grant, and we
Mm,
got 20 20,000. We got 40,000 total.
mm,
Really?
But the
Wow.
key is that when you're writing grants and they're giving you this money, people they want to see it, because social media has kind of messed us up as far as you can be in Belize somewhere, but you're spending the grant money that was
right.
used for your business, and you're doing something totally different. That's like really stupid.
Right.
Hmm.
I had looked at one grant. Matter of fact, I think it was SBA. Was it SBA grant? Some kind of grant, but it had some funny stipulations to it. So I didn't. I ain't looking no more.
Like what?
I can't even remember. It's something.
Hmm.
I want to say it said something about you had to. I don't know. Don't even get me the line, but it was something that didn't. It didn't. I couldn't. Nothing I can do. So
You have to choose the grants that caters to you. Not all
right, right.
grants. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I need to talk to you about some grants because I don't. And not for no barbershop. Nothing. Need something different. So.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter. They have 10,000 grants out there. Like I said, the kids that I constantly research, grants. So when I go on the platforms or whatever, I see what they're doing. I constantly research what they're doing and see if it's actually true or not.
Mhm.
So I'm constantly doing this. And when I do that, I either demonstrate it myself and see if it actually works.
Mhm.
Like I say, you can get, I was telling one guy, I have over $150,000 just in business money just sitting there because
Mhm.
of the tiers, how I built on the credit. Like you can go to Sam's Club and not use your personal guarantee on your business side. All you need is a business account and your EIN number. And I
Mhm.
got 20,000.
Right.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So he didn't realize how much money that he had on the business side that he can utilize to fund whatever he wants to do. So the kids that you having all that money, make sure that you pay the money back.
Yeah, that's the one thing people got to realize. I got another bank who trying to give me a loan. I'm like, no, I don't want it because I ain't trying to do nothing with it right now. But I can go get it anytime I want to.
Mhm.
Well, do something else with it.
I don't know what I want to do yet.
Where'd she go?
Okay.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah,
Um,
do something else with it. But again, it's a lot of information out there, and when I got like really into it, I was excited that I can take this information and help someone that's struggling, that don't understand, can get to the next level.
now, in that your ebook and your that you're creating, and
Where
also,
you
can
at?
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear Leon?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you guys.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Let's see. Mute and unmute her. See if that works.
Me? I mean,
Say
can you hear me now?
something. Because we can hear you. You can't hear us?
Mm-mm-mm. No,
You still can't hear us?
I can't hear you guys.
What happened?
Tell let's text her and see. She probably had to come back in.
She is. I want to ask her about starting a business. Will she have, like, how do you start a business? Say you have a business in mind that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, will that help someone? There she is. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now. Uh-huh.
Now, with your ebook, will it also help like new people who want to start a business but don't know where to start? Like, say I have an idea, but I don't know how to start with that idea, name, LLC, all of those things.
Mm, yes and a no. My ebook is geared to you already in business and what have you. You already have those things set up. But we do, if you kind of understand, if you're already in business, you're thinking about business, and you
Mm-hmm.
probably already have your EIN number. You probably already have your bank account, your
Mm-hmm.
name, and your business already registered. You're just the beginning of it. And
Mm-hmm.
I can piece the pieces that fill in those blanks that you're missing.
Okay.
But don't think about the business. Go ahead on and get your EIN number, get your business account, get your business phone number, get your business checking account, and get it registered. You're there.
Yeah, just have it sit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
and a lot of barbers, maybe a lot of stylists too, that don't necessarily own the barbershop, whatever. They don't know that they can get their own LLC, open up business.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them don't know that. Then you got
Mm-hmm.
some who don't want to do it.
That the kids that is separating your assets from you. Because if you're still in the mindset of a sole proprietorship, what if something happened? They taking your house, your car, everything, and what have you. But if you separate it, it's two different entities. They can sue the business, but and you keep and not have them touch your personal assets. So again, it's a splitting of assets or what have you.
Mm, yeah.
Mm.
Then it puts you on a whole new different ballpark as
Mm-hmm.
far as having your own LLC.
All right.
Didn't know that. I gotta do some research.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, those are some benefits of having your own LLC and having it structured under that business entity.
Mm-hmm.
Then also for women, for minority women, they have tons and tons of grants that are out there that you can get and apply, and you don't even realize um, that the first thing they want is you're Black and you're minority.
Yeah.
Hmm. If you
Oh,
read a lot of grants, they have that. They want Black minority women.
I need to read up on this.
Hmm.
Go
Some some good information we got going on here.
Hmm.
See,
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot.
people, she's dropping gems. Dropping gems. We gotta hold off for the ebook. And you said the ebook, and what else are you having? Like an event?
Yeah, yeah. A master class.
That's not
I think it's going to be in um, July. I think it's in Atlanta. But I may talk to my partner and do something before then. I did delay it for the simple fact the restaurant came about,
mhm.
but we may just do a 2 hour, sipping wine event or something. On a Sunday, you come and sip wine and let's sit around the table and talk business. Where do you want your business to go? And what are you missing um, in your business? Maybe we can help you.
I like that.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? I didn't use any of my money to franchise this business.
The restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
See?
Grant.
See? We
it's
too.
plenty out there. A lot of folks just don't know what to do or how to do.
Yeah. Or where to start, I
Mhm.
would say. That's the biggest thing is knowing where to start. But we're gonna have to take that master class or the
Mhm.
sip and learn.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm down to take it. You know, anything. I like to diversify.
Anything that says sip, sip, she go be there.
Whatever I'm sipping, I'm diversifying my money at the same time, and I love that for me. So that's
Yeah.
just what I do.
I
But
think.
Go
hmm?
ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that I think that this information that that would help our Black community. Because we've been lack for so long.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
it's part of just reading and researching. Asking yourself where you want to be in the next 6 months to a year. I know.
Hmm. And there's so many ways we have so many ways now to learn more than we ever learned.
Oh
Mhm,
yeah.
We
Oh
can't
yeah.
keep making excuses no more. Some
mhm,
people do. A lot of people do make excuses. And what I've found is a lot of people want things and want more, but don't want to do the work.
mhm,
Yeah. That's another thing where we gotta put in the work. So sometimes we gotta say no to a lot of things, but we know that down the line it's gonna be greater later. So
Yeah.
mhm.
sacrifices to get what you want.
Yeah,
And a lot of people don't even want to learn how to get it. You know what?
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Or
yeah,
they get it and they're not spending it on the right thing, and that's where we getting picked up at the airports and that the houses and stuff at those loans, misusing them.
yeah.
yeah.
You
Mhm.
should not be doing that.
Hmm.
I guess
Good people. Say it again.
it's gonna come back and bite you. The key is that once you understand it and then how it works, then you can kind of pick it apart and play with it.
Right.
Hmm.
But if you try to pick it apart before you understand how it works, that's where you get in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Learn
I
it's the shortcut of doing it.
Yeah. It's like even with taxes. Now, once you start learning that game, I mean, it's ways to
Well, that's
pay
why accounting.
pay less on taxes, or pay no taxes, or pay a very small amount of taxes,
Listen, my goal is always to break even every year.
or break even.
I owe sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, but for the most part, I like to break even, you
Yeah,
know.
like we was way over the budget. I said, well, you're gonna have to find a way. You're gonna have to go back to the drawing board again because I ain't paying a dime back. Figure it out. That's why you're like, okay, let's
Mm,
find over something.
Hmm.
yeah, we gonna find Clayton's cousin. He gonna send my way, but he, with the same work ethic and, path.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. But Mavis Peaks, good people. Ending Women's History Month, Women's Black History Month. I'm gonna put that on there with a bang.
Women's Black History Month. Okay, you make it.
I made it my own month, Women's Black History Month, and
Well, we're a part of that month. Yes.
and we ended it with a boss.
Well, Mavis, any last words you like to have?
Yes.
Continue the journey. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is for me. I look back on my past and I'd be like, God, thank you, because if you didn't take me there, I don't think I would have become the woman that I am today.
Right.
So continue the journey, enjoy life, because we only get one life. You
Right.
decide how you want to live your life, no one else. And that's what I want to give back to, give back to my community. You dictate your circumstances. Don't let
Mhm.
no one dictate it for you.
Right.
You outcome of changing the trajectory, how you want this outcome to come. You are in control of that. You put God first, and He got you. And I can say that through this process of the ordeal, where I come from, where I am today, it wasn't nothing but God.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, she told us her background, her story, how she got here. Nothing but God.
Nothing but God. And I sit back and be like, God, this is amazing. And when corporate people came and I was like, am I ready for this? I was kind of got nervous because everything was drawn at me and people were like want to ask me questions or whatever. I said, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but my husband said, calm down, you
Mhm.
got it. So I went in the bathroom, came back, and I was like, I got this. I got
Yes.
Yeah, start doing something new. You're always nervous and excited.
it. Hmm.
Excited.
Yes.
So,
And
And
yeah.
yeah.
God for something, you can't ask him and bag and push back. No, when
Right.
he's ready for you, when he's ready to elevate you, you just got to be ready.
Right.
I'm ready.
I like it. And that's how you impel forward.
Hmm. I'm
Same.
ready.
Well, I'll be over there to get me some scrimp. So
It,
yeah.
the reels, I was like, and once I was making a reel, I had to do it like 10 times because I was like, scrimp does not sound right. It doesn't.
Mhm.
It's
Mm,
scrimp. It's shrimp. I was just saying shrimp, but I had to keep telling myself it's scrimp.
It's
But I
scrimp.
welcome to Script Chat. How can I help you?
Yeah. You got some people who say scrimp. People
yeah.
say shrimp. They say scrimp.
Right. Right.
It's
Yeah,
scrimp.
scrimp.
Yes.
Well, this was a good episode. Nice talking to you, and we'll be in touch. Y'all make sure y'all go visit. How can people find you on Facebook?
3600 North Duke Street, Suite 36A, beside Entry Hair Gallery.
And check out. And you on Instagram? What's your Instagram and Facebook?
Mavis Peaks or Pixie Chick on Facebook. Mavis Peaks. You can find me there.
All right. There you have it for another episode of the MPF4 podcast. Make sure you seize the opportunity to
Yes.
reach your dreams. Stay tuned to the next episode. Peace.
Yay.
Thank you.